guys, Chillin' Level 7 here again, but you can call me Chip, and I am back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the newest update for Fire Emblem Heroes. Now, this update actually has a weapon refine that we've definitely been waiting for a long time. We've been getting the Three Houses house leaders recently, and now we're getting the Byleths. But before we get into the weapon refines, we're going to go over the overall part of the update. Now, just like always, if you're just here for the weapon refines, you can go down in the time bar or the description, jump right ahead to the weapon refines. That is completely cool. But let's jump into the main part of the update. Now, let's see. Obviously, we have the remixes. So Legendary Celica and Mila are the remixes this time around. So that's very cool. Let's see. I have neither of these, so I can't really go in depth too much, but let's see, because I don't know what the original ones were, but let's see what the new remixes are. Soul of Zofia 2 neutralizes effects that guarantee foes follow-up attacks and events that prevent units' follow-up attacks during combat. If unit initiates combat, unit can make a follow-up attack before a foe can counterattack. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, inflicts speed -5 on foe, and reduces the percentage of foe's non-special reduced damage by X% skills by 50%. Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty good. So, like, debuffing damage reduction, that's pretty strong. Wow. That's pretty strong. And then attack speed menace, that's really cool too. Neat. That's pretty cool. Merely getting Dragon Wall. Just getting Dragon Wall. That's very nice. Even though Mila's mainly for defense, I know Mila's whole deal is that using the defense stat for isolation. As we can see with Turnwheel. But basing off the res as well, then Mila is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. Even more so. At the start of turn, grants foe cannot follow-up attack to unit for 1 turn, and inflicts isolation and guard on foes in cardinal directions, with defense less than unit's defense through their next actions. Oh, I don't think she had that before. I know the isolation, but I don't think the foe cannot make follow-up attack. Wow, that's pretty cool. If deployed in Ether Raids during Light Season, turn limit +1. Yeah, that was something that was always really cool. So isolation was always Mila's biggest thing, but the guard effect as well. And then I don't know if the foe cannot make a follow-up attack was not there or was there before, but if it wasn't, then that's really strong. So very, very nice. Both those remixes are really solid. Damage reduction, and then just buffed Turnwheel. That's really cool. That's very strong. The new ephemera lineups are here as well. Very, very cool. So many new skills and all that stuff. Not gonna go over it because I don't really feel the need to. I know Phoenix Master 1 has this whole video about it, so go check that out if you want to figure out how to work these new skills as best you can. Oh, and I know that there's some Ascended heroes in here. You can see Joshua, and you can see Dylan right there. You don't get the Floret if you get that, so that stinks. But still, getting the unit and their skills is still pretty good if you don't want to use the actual Floret Ascended unit for fodder when you would summon them. You can just use this ephemera code. So very nice there as well. There's that. The newest limited ephemera units. Fiora is, I guess, just the 5-star, just throwing a 5-star in there. Has decent skills. I think she has the Pegasus Flight. And then the Inigo from last year, or 2 years ago. I don't remember. But, okay. And then the New Year's Mordecai. Not bad. All the weapon refines. I actually have none of these units. I've had Forsyth before, but I foddered him. And I've had the New Year's Selkie before, but I also foddered her. So, I only have Byleth, who they both have the Creator Sword, so it's all the same. So even if I do have both, I only need to review one of them. And then I do have Astrum because he's free. Do not have the Mythics, and I don't have the 2 that I foddered. But we'll still cover them all. I still have them, nonetheless. New Heroes Journey stuff, that's funny. New Summoner's Duel stuff, that's fine. And then Soren and Lumera getting added to the Grail pool. Very, very cool. So now, now that that's done, let's go right into the weapon refines. The only ones I have are the 2 Byleths and Astrum, but since the Byleths are the same, we'll just look at one of them. But before that, we're just going to look at Celica's first, because why not? Grants speed plus 3. If the unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed plus 5 to unit during combat, and deals damage equal to 25% of foe's res. Interesting. I don't know if that's normal, including when dealing damage with a special trigger before combat. Okay. At start of turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grant special cooldown charge plus 1 per attack during combat. Okay. Grant special, but interesting. Like, being within 2 spaces of an ally does something at the start of turn, but then also grants the blade effect during combat. I don't know why that seems weird to me. Just the way it's written out. To unit for 1 turn. Oh, grants special cooldown charge plus 1 per attack during combat to unit for 1 turn. That makes more sense. It gives that effect at the start of the turn. I don't know, that just looked weird the way it was written out to me. And also, if special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grants special cooldown count minus 1 if unit is with 3 spaces of an ally. Grants attack speed plus 5 to unit during combat. Okay, so, like, Celica does want to be fast because she wants to be able to get that immediate follow-up, like right away. And then also the damage reduction is very strong as well. So yeah, just pretty normal actually. It's not like super insane. Attack speed plus 5 twice, so attack speed plus 10 is pretty normal nowadays for like decent weapon refines. So not bad, not bad. Let's also just jump into seeing Foresights. Let's see. Grants res plus 3. When unit deals damage to foe during combat, restores 14 HP to unit. Wow, okay. I think it was just 10 before. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, it inflicts attack defense minus 5 on foe, and reduces the effect of deep wounds by 50% during combat. Okay. I guess as an armored unit, that's very helpful for save skill stuff, especially because his weapon heals. So neutralizing a little bit of deep wounds is very helpful. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, inflicts attack defense minus 5 on foe during combat. Foe cannot make a follow-up attack, and also if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 50% at the start of combat, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 30%. So yeah, that's actually pretty decent for a save armor unit. Yeah, like that's just not bad. With the res plus 3, I guess you can also do like far save if you feel like it for mages and stuff. But I think his just healing capabilities make him pretty useful. So let's go with Astrum for now. Let's see. I know Mercurius is like one of like when Astrum came out, it was really cool because it just gave a bunch of buffs, and then or was that Mercurius? Yeah. It gave a bunch of buffs, and then the bonus doubler seal came out, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, that's perfect for Astrum." So let's see if it's buffed up anymore. At the start of turn, if unit's HP, grants attack plus 3. At the start of turn, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants inspection plus 6 to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Not bad. I think it was just plus 4 before. Yeah. Bonus granted to unit even if no allies are within 2 spaces. Okay. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants inspection plus 4 to unit during combat. So an effective plus 10, which is pretty decent. Ally grants inspection plus X to unit during combat. X equals 4 plus highest bonus on each stat between unit and allies within 3 spaces. Calculates each stat bonus independently. Wow. So he gets a visible +6, and then it can stack even more. So yeah, that's kind of like the icon that Erica has on your Sieglin. Yeah, but that's slightly different. The old refines really need like a buff nowadays. But yeah, so that's kind of similar, at least visually, on how it works. But yeah, because he gets like a static buff right off the bat though, it helps him even more so. And then again, paired with bonus doubler, that's very strong. Wow, not bad. That's pretty good. Now let's go to Mila, and let's see. Grants defense +3, grants spectrum +X during combat. X equals number of allies within 7 rows and 7 columns centered on unit times 2. Max 6. So if you have all 3 allies on like a normal team, not for the Ether Raid stuff, or I guess also with Ether Raids, you can just have 3 of your allies do this. You get Spectrum +6. Not bad. Spectrum +6 during combat, yeah. And then Grand Spectrum +4 to allies within 7 rows and 7 columns centered on unit during combat. Very good support, not bad. Grants Spectrum +4. Whoa, wait, did she just get a static like +4 to everything with that? Wow, interesting. If allies are within 7 rows and 7 columns centered on unit, unit neutralizes bonuses to foes' attacks from skill like Fortify, Rally, etc. during combat. Okay. Allies within 7 rows and 7 columns centered on unit gain neutralizes bonus to foes' attack. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, she definitely wants to be very bulky. And also, she gives a really good support to make your allies very bulky, lowering the attack of enemies like that. Like, wow. Okay. So, it's very, very supportive. Like, I guess doesn't really need to hit the scene battle-wise, but just a really good support unit. And even if she does need to hit the scene, I guess she just gets a Spectrum +4 to everything, just like right off the bat, when you refine this. That's pretty interesting. So that's very helpful for the Dragon Wall that she just got, as well as the isolation that goes based off her defense. Wow, that's... I don't want to say that's like really good, because it doesn't sound really good, but as support, it's pretty decent. Huh. Okay. Now let's go with, let's turn these off, because Selkies is pretty big. New Year's Selkie. Accelerate special trigger cooldown count -1, of course. If unit's res is greater than foe's res, deals damage equal to 70% of difference between stats. And reduces damage from attacks during combat and from area of effect specials by max 40%. Okay. So Dragon Wall as well. Like New Year's Leaf has the normal dodge based off speed, the Dragon Wall effect for a very res-heavy Selkie makes a lot of sense. If foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, grant Spectrum +4 to unit during combat. At start of turn, if unit is adjacent to only beast or dragon allies. Okay, and then the transformation stuff. Okay, so that's just pretty good. I don't think she has Dragon Wall initially. If she did, then that's pretty crazy. But, okay. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grant Spectrum +4 to unit, neutralizes effects to guarantee foes' follow-up attacks, and effects to prevent units' follow-up attacks. And if unit is transformed, inflicts a Spectrum -4 on foe during combat. Okay. So, just another effective 8 points of stuff during combat. I guess also helps the whole Dragon Wall effect, as well as I guess Selkie's defensive enough res-wise that she can tank a lot of stuff on that side. And near Selkie does come with the Distant Ward, so she can counteract mages pretty well. But honestly, it doesn't seem that insane. Anyone who, though, when New Year's Selkie did come out, I think she was on like because the New Year's banners have like the double banner part to them. So when people were summoning colorless for whatever that was colorless, people probably got quite a few New Year's Selkie. So if they kept at least one, then they can definitely make use of this. But it's not insane because not a lot of people will have this unit, I guess. Huh. Okay. Now, these two are both the same, the Creator Sword, so let's just look at one. Um, yeah, the Byleths have patiently been waiting. I think all the... Actually, does Dimitri have his yet? I don't think Dimitri has his yet. Um, so I guess Dimitri's last for the House Leader refines. But let's see Violet's Creator Sword. Accelerate special trigger cooldown count -1 during combat, neutralize effects that guarantee foes follow-up attacks, prevent units follow-up attacks, grant special cooldown charge plus X to foe, or inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit. If unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grant Spectrum +4 during combat. So the Spectrum +4 is new. That's pretty good. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grant Spectrum +4 to unit, and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 30% during combat. If special triggers, neutralizes, reduces damage by X% effects from non-special skills. Wow! And that's only if the special triggers? Okay. So basically turning Ruptured Sky, because I don't really think, unless you give them Vital Astra, they're probably not going to have a different special. But again, it would just be a one turn cooldown anyway, because Vital Astra is also 2, and then with this -1. Wow, just neutralizing the dodge effect. That's just really strong. I know both Byleths are like big fan favorites. But I guess really not, maybe not the base Byleths. People prefer like the legendary ones or the brave one or the any sort of alts, just because they're just fan favorites, design wise, and just Three Houses is very popular. So if people have these units built up, then they can definitely make use of neutralizing of damage reduction. That's pretty strong. Yeah, from reduces damage by X% effects of non-special skills. Yeah, so like, is the only special skill that has damage reduction Vital Astra? It might be. I don't know from the top of my head, but just basically neutralizing dodge, if that's what that means. Unless I'm completely misinterpreting it, let me know. But if I'm not, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. So that was a pretty okay update. I think some of the weapon refines were pretty good. The remixes were really solid, and the new ephemera lineup, very, very nice. That's a very cool thing now after this anniversary. They do that every year, but now that they're finally here, very, very cool to now have those in the game. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Let me know what y'all's favorite like refines were and stuff, and if I misinterpreted Violets at all. I would definitely like to know that if I did. But if I didn't, either way, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. But until then, goodbye.